Did you know Virginia has a town that vanished into the sea? Or that one of its rivers once ran backwards after an earthquake? How about the fact that Virginia has one of the oldest mountains on Earth, older than the Himalayas? Well, Virginia is packed with wild, surprising, and sometimes unbelievable geography facts like these. So buckle up, because we're about to explore 50 wild facts about Virginia you never knew. Fact 50. The state of mountains and sea. Virginia is one of the few places in America where you can drive from the Atlantic Ocean to the Appalachian Mountains in just a few hours. You can literally go from sandy beaches to misty mountain ranges in a single afternoon. Fact 49. The Blue Ridge Mountains are ancient. The Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia are some of the oldest mountains on Earth. Geologists estimate parts of them are over 1 billion years old, making them older than the Rockies and even older than the Himalayas. Fact 48. The Chesapeake Bay is America's largest estuary. The Chesapeake Bay, which cuts deep into Virginia, is the largest estuary in the United States. It stretches about 200 miles long and provides habitat for more than 3,600 species of plants and animals. Millions of migrating birds also use it as a stopover point. Fact 47. Tangier Island is disappearing. Out in the Chesapeake Bay, Tangier Island is slowly sinking into the sea. Rising water levels and erosion are swallowing up land every year. Scientists believe the island could be completely gone within the next 50 years, along with its 400 residents. Fact 46. The birthplace of a nation. Virginia is known as the Mother of States. Why? Because 8 other states were carved in part from its original territory, including Kentucky, Ohio, and Illinois. Its geography shaped the entire map of America. Fact 45. The Shenandoah Valley breadbasket. The Shenandoah Valley isn't just beautiful, it's one of the most fertile farming regions in the country. Thanks to limestone-rich soil and rolling hills, it's been called the breadbasket of the Confederacy, and today, it remains prime farmland. Fact 44. Natural Bridge, a stone wonder. In Rockbridge County stands the Natural Bridge, a 215-foot-high limestone arch carved by Cedar Creek. Thomas Jefferson once owned the land and called it the most sublime of nature's works. Today, it's a Virginia icon. Fact 43. Virginia has a cave you can drive through. Luray Caverns, one of Virginia's most famous natural wonders, is so large and deep that it has winding pathways the size of small roads. Inside are towering stalactites and even an organ that plays music using the formations themselves. Fact 42. The Dismal Swamp isn't dismal at all. Despite its name, the Great Dismal Swamp is a lush, mysterious wetland straddling Virginia and North Carolina. George Washington even tried to drain it for farmland in the 1700s, but it remains one of the largest wilderness areas on the East Coast. Fact 41. Earthquakes that reverse rivers. In 2011, Virginia was rocked by a rare 5.8 magnitude earthquake centered near Mineral. It was so powerful it cracked the Washington Monument and caused rivers in the state to briefly slosh and appear to run backward. Fact 40. The first permanent English colony. Jamestown, Virginia, founded in 1607, was the first permanent English settlement in North America. Its location was chosen for geography. It was inland enough to defend from ships, but on the James River for access to the sea. Fact 39. Virginia has more miles of the Appalachian Trail than any state. The Appalachian Trail runs for 544 miles through Virginia. That's more than any other state. Nearly a quarter of the entire 2,190-mile trail is inside Virginia's borders. Fact 38. Mount Rogers, Virginia's roof. The highest point in Virginia is Mount Rogers at 5,729 feet. Hike to the top, and you'll pass through high-elevation spruce fir forests, more commonly found in New England than the South. Fact 37. Wild ponies roam the mountains. In Grayson Highlands State Park, wild ponies roam the grassy balds of the Blue Ridge. These hardy little horses were introduced decades ago to help control vegetation, and today they're a favorite sight for hikers. Fact 36. A coastline that stretches for 112 miles. Virginia's Atlantic coastline may not be as long as Florida's, but it packs a punch with barrier islands, sandy beaches, and shifting inlets. Chincoteague and Assateague are two of the most famous, home to wild ponies and migratory birds. Fact 35. Virginia's natural tunnel. In Scott County, a massive tunnel carved by Stock Creek runs through a limestone ridge. It's so big that trains pass through it. Teddy Roosevelt once called it the eighth wonder of the world. Fact 34. An underground river beneath Virginia. Deep under Virginia's karst landscape, underground rivers flow through limestone caves. Explorers have mapped miles of subterranean waterways that still hold mysteries. Fact 33. A meteor crater town. Near the town of Middlesbrough sits a massive ancient meteor crater. Scientists believe the impact occurred more than 300 million years ago. Today, the entire town sits inside the old crater basin. Fact 32. Virginia's own Stonehenge, Foamhenge. Believe it or not, Virginia has its own Stonehenge, made of foam. Foamhenge in Natural Bridge was built as an art project and became a quirky roadside attraction before being relocated to Cox Farms in Centerville. Fact 31. Virginia's sinkhole capital. Western Virginia has some of the largest sinkholes in the Appalachians. These karst features form when limestone dissolves, creating sudden collapses in the ground. Fact 30. The New River is actually ancient. Despite its name, the New River is one of the oldest rivers in the world, estimated to be between 10 and 360 million years old. It cuts right through the Appalachians, flowing north instead of south like most rivers. Fact 29. Virginia's own Grand Canyon. Breaks Interstate Park on the Virginia-Kentucky border is known as the Grand Canyon of the South. The Russell Fork River carved a gorge over 1,600 feet deep, making it the deepest canyon east of the Mississippi. Fact 28. Virginia has over 100 state parks. Virginia's varied geography, mountains, beaches, swamps, and rivers means it has over 100 state parks and natural areas. Each one showcases a different part of the state's wild beauty. Fact 27. Norfolk, home to the largest naval base in the world. Geography made it possible. Norfolk, Virginia is home to the Naval Station Norfolk, the largest naval base in the world. Its location on the deep waters of the Chesapeake Bay makes it strategically vital. Fact 26. Assateague's wild ponies swim every year. Every summer, wild ponies are rounded up on Assateague Island and swim across the channel to Chincoteague. It's one of Virginia's most unique traditions, all thanks to the Barrier Island geography. Fact 25. Virginia has over 100,000 miles of rivers and streams. From the Potomac to the James, from tiny mountain creeks to wide tidal rivers, Virginia has over 100,000 miles of flowing water. These waterways shaped its history, economy, and culture. Fact 24. The Skyline Drive views go on forever. Skyline Drive runs 105 miles along the crest of the Blue Ridge Mountains. From its overlooks, you can see rolling valleys that stretch for miles, especially stunning during fall foliage season. Fact 23. Virginia has a salt cave you can relax in. Saltville, Virginia sits on ancient salt deposits left by a prehistoric sea. The area has salt caverns and even salt spas where people go to breathe the mineral-rich air. Fact 22. The state's oldest town is on a river. Dumfries, founded in 1749, is the oldest continuously chartered town in Virginia. It grew up around Quantico Creek, showing how geography and waterways shaped early settlements. Fact 21. The Virginia Creeper Trail follows old railroads. This 34-mile trail runs through forests, mountains, and farmland, following an old railroad bed. It's one of the most scenic bike trails in the country. Fact 20. Virginia Beach, the longest pleasure beach in the world. Virginia Beach holds the Guinness World Record for the longest pleasure beach, 35 miles of uninterrupted shoreline. Fact 19. Underground salt mines stretch for miles. In southwestern Virginia, underground salt mines once stretched for miles. These mines provided essential resources during the Civil War and shaped the economy of entire towns. Fact 18. Virginia's waterfalls are stunning. From Crabtree Falls, the tallest waterfall east of the Mississippi at 1,200 feet, to countless smaller cascades in the Blue Ridge, Virginia is full of waterfalls tucked into its mountains. Fact 17. the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. This 17.6-mile engineering marvel connects Virginia's eastern shore to the mainland. It's part bridge, part tunnel, and it crosses one of the busiest shipping channels in the world. Fact 16. Virginia's barrier islands keep moving. The barrier islands along Virginia's eastern shore are constantly shifting. Waves and storms reshape them year after year, proving that the coast is always in motion. Fact 15. Pocahontas Island, the oldest Black community in the U.S. In Petersburg sits Pocahontas Island, considered the oldest free Black community in America. Geography made it possible. Its location along the Appomattox River gave residents trade access and protection. Fact 14. Hot springs that attracted presidents. The town of Hot Springs, Virginia is famous for its warm mineral waters. Presidents like Thomas Jefferson bathed there, believing in the healing power of the springs. Fact 13. Virginia has over 2,000 caves. More than 2,000 caves dot Virginia's landscape, carved into its limestone hills. Some are tourist attractions, like endless caverns, while others remain unexplored mysteries. Fact 12. The state's longest river, the James. The James River flows 348 miles from the Appalachian Mountains to the Chesapeake Bay. Along the way, it powered industries, hosted battles, and became one of the most important rivers in U.S. history. Fact 11. The state with 4 distinct seasons. Virginia's geography means it experiences 4 true seasons. Coastal areas stay mild in winter, while the mountains get heavy snow, making it one of the most climatically diverse states in the East. Fact 10. The Outer Banks once belonged to Virginia. Before boundary lines were finalized, Virginia once claimed parts of the Outer Banks. Shifting coastlines and colonial politics eventually gave them to North Carolina. Fact 9. George Washington's natural frontier. Washington's boyhood home, Ferry Farm, sat along the Rappahannock River. The geography of rivers and forests shaped the young future president's frontier upbringing. Fact 8. The fall line shaped Virginia's cities. Virginia's biggest cities, Richmond, Fredericksburg, and Petersburg, all sit on the fall line, where rivers drop from the hard rock of the Piedmont to the soft sediments of the coastal plain. These waterfalls powered mills and created perfect spots for settlement. Fact 7. Virginia once had a sea that covered it. Millions of years ago, much of Virginia was underwater. Fossils of sharks, whales, and other marine life have been found deep inland, proving the state's prehistoric ocean past. Fact 6. A swamp that helped win the Revolution. The Great Dismal Swamp served as a hideout for freedom seekers and a natural barrier during the Revolutionary War. Its geography helped shape history. Fact 5. Virginia's famous natural chimneys. In Augusta County stand giant stone towers called the Natural Chimneys. Rising over 120 feet high, these limestone pillars were carved by ancient seas and look like castle ruins. Fact 4. The Old Dominion's extreme weather. Virginia's geography means it gets a little bit of everything. Hurricanes along the coast, snowstorms in the mountains, and even the occasional earthquake. It's one of the most weather-diverse states in the East. Fact 3. The longest continuous highway tunnel in the U.S. The East River Mountain Tunnel, running under the Appalachians, is one of the longest continuous tunnels in the country. Drivers pass right through the mountains themselves. Fact 2. The Chesapeake Bay Oyster Capital. Virginia is one of the top oyster-producing states in America, thanks to the Chesapeake Bay's mix of salty ocean water and fresh river flow. Geography made it ideal for oyster beds that stretch for miles. Fact 1. A state of extremes. From billion-year-old mountains to disappearing islands, from wild ponies on the beach to rivers older than time, Virginia's geography is as wild and surprising as its history. The Old Dominion may be known for its politics and presidents, but its landscapes are just as legendary. And there you have it, 50 wild facts about Virginia you never knew. From underground caves to sinking islands, Virginia is full of surprises. Which one shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more geography adventures.